It's that gratitude guide today talking about life transitions, the major things that we go through in life. How do you get through that? You know the things I'm talking about. Death, destruction, divorce, loss of job, loss of money, loss of relationships, loss of housing, whatever it might be. There's all these major life transitions that we go through. How do you manage those? And I'll save number 10. I got 10 things for you. I'll save number 10 for which I think is the most powerful of all. But first thing, you got to acknowledge it. I heard somebody once say we all lie to ourselves so much. It's so true. Get to know that person in the mirror and have a good relationship with them. It makes such a big difference. And don't lie to yourself. So acknowledge it is a challenge and don't run from it. Don't hide under the covers or go drown your sorrows at the local tavern or whatever it might be. So acknowledge the challenge and understand that it's going to be part of it. But it's a roller coaster ride. Number two, it is up and down. Life is never all up or down or straight or all down or all up or whatever it is. It's this big roller coaster. So understand that there's going to be different parts of this that are going to be tougher than others, and some will be better than others too. So, but you know what? I'm a big person on understanding the changes. Get a pad of paper and write down some of the challenges. It's so important. I'll write it down on a piece of paper and look at it and scratch it out. And with all this electronic devices we have these days, it's still nice to have a pad of paper and a pen and write those things down too and figure out what's the most important and then make a list of 10 things you need to do. You're understanding the changes that you're going through, and then get another piece of paper, put it in the order of priority. Sometimes number 8 really should be number 1 and so forth. So important. But I'm going to talk about gratitude a lot, and especially when I get to number 10. But think about gratitude. Gratitude is focusing on all your blessings and abundance. It's like seeing the glass half full. You can choose your attitude every single day you get up, get out of your bed. You can get out of bed on the left side or the right side. You choose which way you want to do it. So I say lean into gratitude, and that's number 4. Number 5, reframe the whole thing. It's this whole thing. They say that, we go through the ups and downs in lives. Well, some of the best lessons are learned through the downs. It's not the ups when everybody loves you, everybody returns your phone calls, everybody emails you back, texts you back. It's not then. It's when nobody is getting back to you, that nobody is paying attention to you, that you learn the most lessons. And it's so very important. And as a result of that, number 6, focus on what you can control. They say that 85% of everything we worry about never actually happens. So really focus on what's in your control and don't worry about the rest of it. That's why I preach all the time, literally preach about the relationship you have with that person in the mirror is so very important. And after you get that solid, you built a good foundation. Number 7, build some support systems, lean on some friends, have coffee with them, talk to them, text, do a Zoom call, whatever it might be, and get some support, especially that inner circle of that maybe 4, 5, 6 friends that are the closest to you. Those support systems can be very helpful when you're going through a big transition in life too. And then next, number 8, create new routines, new systems, new things to do. They say something about people that stop drinking and they go through AA or all those things, and they say they have to get new playmates, new playgrounds, and new playthings. So you can't hang out with the same people anymore. So get some new routines and some new structure because you're going to be going through a different frame of your life, and you want to look at it differently. And the old people and things may not be fitting into your new future and so forth. Number 9, be patient with the process. It's so important. Patience is a virtue. You've heard that a million times, but it makes such a big difference. You go through things, you have to take time. I remember I ran one and only one marathon once. It took me 4.5 hours. It was 26.2 miles. And when I was training for it, somebody said, just think of it as 1 mile at a time. We run a mile, then pretty soon we run 2, and then we 3, and then we don't think about it, pretty soon 4. And eventually, 4.5 hours later, I run 26 miles. So they say life is not a marathon or not a sprint, rather, it's a marathon. So think of it the same way. Be patient. Just be glad that you're heading, taking things on head first and not putting your head in the sand. Makes such a big difference. And so, lastly, number 10, get a gratitude journal. Here's that. Oh, hold on. There's that gratitude, guys, daily gratitude journal. You can see it in the background as well. I'll put a link in the description so you can get it through Amazon. So important. There's a little saying in the front that says, if you think about it, it's like a dream. If you talk about it, it inspires you. But if you write about it, it empowers you. You're going to write down all the things you're grateful for. And one of the big things you may be writing down is how grateful you are to get through the divorce, to get through the death, to get through the loss of the job, the loss of the relationship. Maybe it's the loss of the kids, whatever it might be. But be grateful that you have the strength to carry on. So many people. I remember once saying my wife had died many, many years ago. And one of my friends said to me, I'm proud of you for hanging in there and going through the tough times. They said a lot of people would be living under a bridge, drinking on a bottle of whiskey. And I remember thinking I just had no other option except to press forward. I had two young sons that needed their father now that their mother was gone. So keep pushing forward, but get gratitude. I call myself that gratitude guy. You can reach me at thatgratitudeguy.com. But the important thing is to get a gratitude journal and write it down. There's something about planting it in your brain when you write down, I am grateful for my mom for hanging in there for me, or whatever it might be. It'll make such a big difference. So those are the 10 things when you're going through major life transitions that can really, really help you. So much of it is getting your head screwed on straight, looking forward. Remember, the good Lord put the eyes in the front of your head to look forward and not back. When you're driving your car, you're mostly focusing on the windshield, not the rear view mirror. So look forward, get grateful, write in the gratitude journal, and you'll get through the toughest of times. I guarantee it, as somebody once said. I'm that gratitude guy. Remember, be grateful and never quit.